Yeah, as we were saying, though, the pressure remains, doesn't it, on Tottenham and Thomas Frank, because they were held to relegation-threatened Burnley 2-2. Spurs needed a late equaliser, and it came from the boot of Cristian Romero to earn a point.
We played a good first half where we were on top, where we get up 1-0 and easily could score the second one. Then we concede a goal just before half-time that we can never, ever concede. And then we go in on the half-time with a little bit bad feeling instead of a good feeling. And the second half, I think, was a little bit back and forth. We were okay on top, but didn't create as much. And then we concede another goal we can't concede. For me, the 2-1 goal. Then I think the players showed great character to keep pushing forward. Great character to keep fighting. We made some offensive changes. Had 4 big chances. Scored one of them. But this is a game with how much we created. We should have won the game.
I thought we were superb in terms of everything we went about today. Our reaction from going a goal down, getting ourselves back into the game, and then obviously getting 2-1, and then obviously to concede a goal right at the end there is hugely disappointing from our side. But sometimes you realise you go 2-1 up at that point. They've got nothing to lose really, and they load the top line, bring centre halves on the top line as well, and we just fell a little bit short and they equalised. So that was disappointing, but some real positives today for sure. Real improvement as well. No doubt we need to try and turn these draws of late into wins. In saying that, in perspective of what we've come up against and the quality we've come up against, there's some big positives.
There's been another goal in the game between Bournemouth and Liverpool. We'll bring it to you shortly, but it has been given. We thought it was offside, didn't we?
It does look offside, didn't it?
But Jimenez has been given their second goal. So Bournemouth leading the way in the Saturday night football 2-0 at the moment. Like I say, we'll show you that goal very shortly. Meanwhile, let's speak to a Spurs fan. Banks joins us. Lovely to see you as always, Banks. Look, are you with those fans at Turf Moor? Lots of them calling for Frank out. You were last week. Has anything changed for you?
Nothing's changed. I was the same way yesterday. I was the same way this morning. You know what? I'm actually really happy because today could be the day. So actually, I'm quite happy about the result because it could finally be happening.
Is that the day you go over to the other side, the red side?
I could never do that, Jack. Never do that. I've been born and bred. I'm from Thailand. I moved here when I was 13, but I was still Tottenham born and bred.
Oh, nice. Banksy, I mean, obviously there's the Thomas Frank situation. Let's just ignore that for now. Did you see signs of better performances from the players that want to fight for the manager?
I'm seeing minuscule improvements. I'm seeing little steps forward, but I'm still seeing major steps back. We're scoring 2 types of goals this season. The first type of goals, we're scoring a lovely set-piece plays. So credit to the coach, Andreas Georgesson, for that. We're scoring some good set-piece goals. But on the other side of it, we're scoring goals like when Romero goes up front. He's ignoring all tactical instruction, and he's getting goals from it. So I think it says 1,000 words about how our manager coaches the team when our centre-back consistently ignores instructions, goes up front and bags the goals. It just says a lot about his authority.
So you've obviously, Bazuma came back in today. You've got Gallagher in there, new signing, and then Solanke's back in. How are they playing together?
You know what? Basuma has a lot of good credit in the bank for his amazing performances in the Europa League. So I will be sad to see him go because he is a good player on his day. Gallagher's just going to look like the background environment at the moment. You know, it's a terrible environment, so he's not going to look particularly great. But it is fantastic to see Solanke back, some proper number 9 play upfield. Now, as much as I actually do enjoy Richarlison's antics, he's not that good at his first touches and holding up the ball, whereas Solanke's great at spreading out that play.
Okay, what about, you speak about Mickey van der Ven, you know, he's been linked with the move away to Liverpool. We understand Spurs have no plans to sell him. Is he too valuable for you to let him go?
No, I don't think he's too valuable to let go. You know, as lucky as we are to have... as lucky as we are to have a player like Mickey, you know, if we can get 100 mil for him, you know, that's something that we need to consider. We got Vuskovic waiting
100
on the wing.
mil? You think?
No, come on, man. That's reckless, Banksy.
We got Vuskovic waiting on the wing.
You're not getting 100 mils for a defender. I'm sorry.
Oh, we wouldn't sell him for any less. We would not sell him for any less.
So that means to say that you're tongue in cheek then, saying that he is worth everything and you won't sell him at all.
Well, you know, you read my mind right there, yeah, Vicky?
Yes.
We spoke about this on Friday, Banksy, but did you have any second thoughts about Robinson? Do you think he's a key? Do you think you need to add him to your squad?
I mean, I think he's a massive addition. I had a big think about it. I think he's an excellent addition. You were talking about one of the greatest Premier League left backs of all time joining this Tottenham team.
100%.
But he's joining disarray. He's joining crisis. He's joining disaster. Can he really take us out of that? I don't think so.
Just Sivo's just got involved just down the bottom. It's time for Frank to go. He's out of his depth at Spurs. Romero scoring at the end kept him in the job for now. Is that how you feel? It's like game to game, because obviously we thought he was going to potentially go after the West Ham, and then obviously Borussia Dortmund, you did well against them. So do you feel that it's flip-flopping every game?
Hell of a goal by the way as well.
So, see, the way I see it is that as soon as we lost to West Ham, I feel like the board went in panic stations and they're starting to put together a contingency plan for when we do eventually sack him. So I do think his days are numbered. And I think the result today, and I think the result against Dortmund, I don't think it bought him any time. I just think they're still trying to figure out who to bring in.
Okay, so Banksy, obviously, Tottenham, on paper, they look like a big club in terms of stadium, being in London, training ground. It's all great. But you're not going to ever, I'm sorry to break your heart on this, you're not going to get a top manager. I know you've had one before. I know you've had a couple. Mourinho,
Can
yes.
you say that?
Conte. I just don't think,
Yeah.
I don't think Luis Enrique is going to look at Tottenham and say, let me go there. I'm
Well,
sorry,
I think
just
Luis
not right
Enrique
now.
wanted to. I think Luis Enrique wanted to come to Tottenham 2-3 years ago.
Sorry, that's paper talk. But now I'm.
But if you're saying that they haven't had good managers, I mean, they have.
No, I'm saying they have had good managers, but I'm saying right now, I don't think they can get a top manager right now.
No, I disagree with that.
I disagree with that as well.
And by the way, when I say top manager, I'm talking about a named top manager like Enrique,
like a Pochettino,
like Tuchel at the end of the season, like an Ancelotti at the end of the World Cup, like that kind of manager. So I feel like Tottenham would have to go for the likes of Glasner, Silva at Fulham, Iriola.
Not again.
Obviously, there's Poch. They're the kind of they're very, very good managers. They're top managers. They're not scrubs. They are top managers. They've
But
done
you just
great.
said they can't get a top manager then. What are you
I'm
calling
talking
them
about
then?
in status. So I'm talking about Ancelotti, Luis Enrique, Tuchel.
But we can't
that kind
keep
of manager.
doing this. We
Tottenham are
can't
not
keep doing
getting
the Nuno, the Frank. We
But
can't
these
keep doing
managers are
this.
still very good managers. Who would you take out of those four?
Out of those four, it's Pochettino all day long because he's proven that he can play 2 games a week. The rest of the managers you're talking about, yeah, I'm sure they're good Premier League managers. They are. But Frank was 2. Nuno was 2. We're tired of it. The only one that's showed any ounce is Pochettino there.
Banksy, but do you not feel like with Poch, listen, I don't want to be too disrespectful to Poch because I do think he has done well in places. He did do well with Tottenham. But when I look at that Tottenham side, a lot of managers could do well with that side when you had peak Ali, peak Kane, peak Son, peak Eriksson. You had like a lot of good players. And you expect that. You expect him to do what he done.
Didn't he?
But then since then, he hasn't done that well at all. And I'm saying, do you think the answer is bring him back? Would you bring him back as an interim then to the end of the season?
No, not at all. He needs
You give
to
him
play
the
that World
full-time
Cup.
job?
No, we'd give him the full-time job, but we have to wait for the summer for Pochettino. There's a huge manager carousel happening in the summer. We've got to wait for the summer. In the meantime, we're just going to have to trust Heitinger and Copeland. If they stay, we're going to have to trust them to the end of the season. So I do think we need an interim manager until the end of the season. He has to go tonight. And I guess Copeland and Heitinger are in charge for Frankfurt.
He's not going to go. Well, I don't know whether he's going to go tonight. But the bottom line is he is still in a job. Your next 4 games are pretty tough. You've got City, United, Newcastle, Arsenal.
I'm not scared of City.
You're not
scared of City?
Okay. Where do you pick up points in these games? Tell us.
Man City. That's the only 3 points we'll pick up. We're in a relegation scrap now. No, make no mistake. We are in a relegation fight now. We are absolutely in a relegation fight.
I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask you that because it's true.
Mistake.
I'm going to be realistic with you, right? After City got Gay, I don't have no problems about that defence no more because I think you've got an experienced defender now, one of the best in the world, right? So he's gone into that centre-back position. I believe Diaz is going to be back in the next week or 2, I believe. Now, I look at Man City, and I don't think Man City is a team where you can say we're definitely going to, beat them because they're a top side. You guys are in a relegation battle. When you look at the rest of them fixtures, the only one that I can look at, and it's still a difficult game, would be Fulham away. And I'm talking about a point.
We lose to Fulham away.
I'm talking about a point as well, Banksy. I'm not talking about a win. I don't think you're winning any of those games.
It's the story of Man City. No matter how good they play, no matter how well they're doing, no matter how many good players they have, they'll lose to Tottenham. That is the story of Man City.
Okay, Banksy, here's one for you. This is what I'll do for you. If you win one of those games, I'll wear a Tottenham shirt.
Oh, okay. Are we going to make a bet on this? Is that
For
what
the
it is,
rest of the season. For the rest of the season.
Them fixtures. Tottenham
Oh,
win one of
them
them
fixtures,
games.
oh.
I'll wear a Tottenham shirt for a bit.
For a bit.
No, I'm going
For
to
a
have to have
bit.
a permanent section on here